G'day and welcome to another video with Better Pics. Hope this finds you all well. Today we're going to have a look at linking and unlinking video and audio assets within Premiere Pro, and one little tip that might help save you some frustration. Certainly when I found this tip recently, it saved me because I was getting very frustrated with an issue that I was having and I couldn't find a solution. Alright, let's first have a look at linking and unlinking video and audio assets. You can see I've got a video here. This was part of a stock shoot that I was working on down on the New South Wales coast in Australia where I live. And we're just going to quickly play this clip, and it's very simple footage early in the morning of a bridge with a truck driving past over the bridge. And you can see there's some very definite sound there of that truck as it passes over. It was certainly a little bit quieter otherwise without that truck there. But normally when you have a linked video and audio asset, you can see as soon as I clicked on that video on the timeline, both the video and the audio all became selected. So if we right click, we can see that that's currently linked because it has an option to unlink. Now if we unlink those, you can see that we can select the video and each of the audio channels separately, which means we can move that video and audio channels separately to different spots along the timeline. We can also move it out of sync, which you can see we know is to be true based on that little symbol of the red plus or minus, which identifies that it has in fact been moved out of sync. Now, if we just line all those up correctly again, we can select all of them and relink those assets. So again, if we select the video, the audio assets become selected at the same time. It also means that if we select, click and drag any of those assets, for example, if we highlight our cursor over the video file, then the audio files are adjusted in terms of length as well. Now, I had a situation recently where this little checkbox at the beginning of the timeline was unchecked. And let's just hover to see what it is. It's called linked selection. So that was unselected, and it actually meant that even though these are linked, I can select them separately. And I can also select and drag them along, even though when I check them, they are in fact linked. Otherwise we wouldn't have that unlink option there. So it's important to remember where this is a bit of an issue is when you're working on large projects, which I was at the time, and you're wanting to select and move multiple assets, so video and audio files that would traditionally be linked, when you want to adjust those lengths, or select them, for example, with the audio if you wanted to work on both the left and right channels at the same time. Now, this may not seem like a big deal, but when you're working on a big project and you're trying to reduce your mouse movements and clicks and drags and selections as much as possible to make that process efficient, it becomes really, really drawn out, and you're unnecessarily making extra clicks and drags and selections when you don't need to. So let's just click that one back on, and you can see now when I select the video or the audio asset, the other assets that are associated with that original file are all selected at the same time. Handy little tip. I hope this one hasn't caused you any dramas. It certainly did me until I found out what the solution was, and it was a grateful find. So happy days. Now that that's checked on, we can choose to either unlink or link together that original file so the video and audio work together in sync, or they don't. Thanks for stopping by. I hope this video has been helpful. As always, any questions are welcome in the comments below. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.